Starting one.
Sierra pass number 320, climbing level 330, radar heading 080 degrees.
So, my last day in the office today for a couple of weeks. But interesting expedition plan to the Himalayas. 2 weeks in the Himalayas riding off-road motorcycles. I'm feeling a bit nervous about it now, and I'm going to be out of my comfort zone for sure. Anyway, one last civilized cup of tea before we leave, eh?
Nepal is a very long way from London. I flew first to my home in Athens, Greece to pack my bags for the trip, and then I picked up a flight in Istanbul with Turkish Airlines direct to Kathmandu. Nepal is situated between India to the south and China and Tibet to the north.
Crew, prepare for landing.
As we descended into Kathmandu, I could look down and see lots of zigzag tracks with hairpin bends. It made me wonder about what we would be riding on. As we taxied off the runway and I watched the ground spoilers retract, for many people they will have been thinking this was the end of their journey. For me it was just the beginning. Of course, as you would expect, the traffic through Kathmandu was chaos. All of Asia appears to be on two wheels. The Inn Patan near Durbar Square in Kathmandu was completely delightful, and I was very pleased with my accommodation, I have to say. Wow. Here we are in Kathmandu. Imagine. 2 long flights through the night. Arrived to chaotic traffic in Nepal. Long queues at the visa counters, of course. Met by my meet and greet man Ganesh. That's a young Nepalese guy, not the elephant god with all the legs, who said to me, "I am your porter." I said, "Oh, thank you, Ganesh. I've always wanted a Sherpa." And here we are in Nepal. About to do 16 days of riding, mostly riding off-road with vintage rides, which is going to be quite frankly amazing, I think. Anyway, need to go and get a shower now. Hot and sticky. Okay, so here we are in Buddha Stupa in Kathmandu, one of the holiest cities in the world, full of temples, full of flags, prayer wheels. Tomorrow we go to Upper Mustang and the Upper Mustang Pass, Forbidden Kingdom. It's a good day today, the sun's out, 27 degrees Celsius, pretty warm, and quite high humidity here in Nepal. So here's the team. Josh is the leader for Vintage Rides. He's American, speaks French and English fluently. Then there's Patrick, who's a veteran of 12 tours of Vintage Rides, and Thomas, who's an off-road champion from France. And then of course me, I've done a bit of off-road in Shropshire. So back into the crazy traffic of Kathmandu to the airport to catch our flight to Pokhara. It was delayed of course, and I got a seat on the back row of the aeroplane. I was rather pleased about that, as aeroplanes don't usually reverse into mountains. At one point the captain came on the PA and said we were cruising at 14,000 feet. That wasn't very reassuring, as the mountains on the right hand side of me were over 20,000.
If anybody had ever told me I was going to fly on Yeti Airlines, I would have thought it was a joke. It's no joke, they exist. Anyway, here we are on the ground.
looking for motorcycles now. That's going to be safer than flying with Yeti Airlines, possibly. So here she is, my Transport of Delight, a 500cc single-cylinder Royal Enfield Bullet, designed in the 1950s. Well, here we are on the rooftop of the Point Hotel in Pokhara, and nice view overlooking the lake behind me. Josh, the tour leader, met us today, gave us the briefing over lunch, the lightning there, and we're going to start in earnest tomorrow. We had a little ride this afternoon, about 18 miles off-road, and we managed to find a little bit of mud. We all got a little bit muddy, and tomorrow it all starts in earnest. Big trip towards Upper Mustang, all off-road for the next 10 days. I'm psyched up about it now. I'm quite keen to get on with it. The Americans would say stoked, feeling stoked. Day 2 riding, and what's it like? Well, it's a little bit like being in an Indiana Jones movie, but this is real, and the roads are real. In fact, there is no road really, it's just a track. Track's too big a description for it. It's just terrain. Let's call it terrain, shall we? The bridge we were hoping to use across this river had partially collapsed, so we had to ford the river on the motorbikes. Thomas tried to keep his feet dry at first, faint chance of that. We did manage to cross several rivers on the first couple of days, and at the end of it we were still in one piece. Join us next time as we continue up the valley. We haven't even reached the start of Upper Mustang yet, and I'm beginning to doubt if I'm going to make it without serious injury or pulling out. Well, this road takes the biscuit. The road's closed because there's been a landslide.
James, get that foot on the brake! Foot on the brake! Foot on the brake!